Hiya, thanks for watching part 3. One thing we didn't cover in the other video, we're going to cover it today, is still in September 23rd, Revelation 12, we can see that the great red dragon has 10 horns. Now it says 7 heads and 10 horns. And 10 crowns upon the heads of the and 10 crowns, 7 crowns upon the heads. Now if you go to my false messiah videos on YouTube, you'll see the description of the 7 heads. There were 7 kings, and we're about to see the rise of the 7th. But what I wanted to concentrate on are these 10 horns. What do they mean exactly? Well, here in Revelation 17, you see that it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as of yet, but receive power as kings for 1 hour with the beast," the false messiah. But in Daniel, it's actually clearer in the words given to us from the prophet Daniel. He says that, "And the 10 horns out of the kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another." And I'm just going to hold it there. It says there are 10 kings that are about to rise out of the kingdom, which basically means there's going to be a new world alliance, a new world government, a new world order, of which there's going to be 10 chiefs that are going to be like the chief commanders of different sections of their new world order. Now I'm not trying to say anything here that this is the 10 horns, but something did catch my eye, and I'm going to explain it to you now. But here is the like it's like the nuclear security summit, which just happened this year, and it's all Egypt. There's an all-seeing eye here. There's Egyptian hieroglyphs, and then there's a pyramid. I'll show you now. But what I want you to see that pyramid? See that pyramid? Now, what I say to you is that pyramid could represent the 10 horns. And why is that? Because if you look here, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There has to be 10 strong points in this pyramid for it to survive. So, I'm actually going to use this object here as an image for me to put on the timeline as a representation of the 10 horns, although I'm not actually saying that it is the 10 horns. If it was to be the 10 horns, they'd have to actually create 10 chiefs, like I said, that will rule each segment of the world. And if you notice from watching this video, you'll see that everyone is wearing a pyramid now. The dragon has entered. Satan incarnated. You see pyramid on there? She's wearing a pyramid. Everyone's wearing a pyramid. But the dragon is not. See? So it makes you wonder when it says the dragon has 10 horns. He has control over 10 horns. He's not part of the 10 horns. He has control over them. So what I'm going to do is actually use this symbol here that they have, this pyramid with the 10 strongholds, as a representation on the timeline of actually the dragon having 10 horns. Remember, this is September, that the dragon, Satan, has 10 horns, which is the 10 world leaders underneath his belt, basically. And it's not. It says nuclear security summit. What does that mean? when they go against the King of Kings at the end of the age in the Battle of Armageddon, they're going to need all the nuclear weapons in the world. And this is probably what they're doing. A nuclear bomb, it's so devastating. They're going to need all of these anyway. But since he did have this in September 23rd, 2017, then it has to have been created before this date. So I'm just going to put this little arrow in, just to mark it and just say one world government, and then maybe 10 horns made prior. Now in Revelation 13, this is describing the rising of the Antichrist, the false Messiah, the one that's going to come like Jesus Christ and claim to be Jesus Christ and claim, to rule the world for an everlasting kingdom like the real Jesus Christ will do when he really comes. But this is just a counterfeit. It's all fake, put together with sellotape sort of stuff. It's not real, it's never going to last. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Where did he get them from? And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, it had feet as like a feet of a bear, and it had a mouth like a mouth of a lion. Now you can go onto my YouTube channel or the End of the Age Bible Prophecy, and you'll be able to see about 22 reasons why this guy is a false Messiah. And where it says the beast looks like that, it's exactly what it does. You'd have to go and check them out. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Hang on a minute. It says that Satan has just give this Antichrist, this false Messiah, who's counterfeited the first coming of Jesus, and who is actually, when it says the beast rises, if you read on in Revelation, it says that the king, the 7th king, has to remain a little while, and then he receives a head wound, and then it says he rises again. And it says everyone will marvel and everyone will say, who's like the beast and who can make war with him, because he was alive and then he was dead and then he rose again. Now obviously if he's going to copy the real Messiah, it's going to be that he's going to rise on the 3rd day. And if he's going to copy the real Messiah, then he's going to have to die and false resurrect on a Passover. Now I know I'm not here to mumble on about proving my point on who I think the false Messiah is, but here we have Obama, Satan, he's got to give his power to someone, and it's going to be the false Messiah. So I'm just going to insert who I think it is. Soon to be king of the Roman Empire, the Scarlet Beast, soon to be king, 35 years old, DNA clone of Jesus Christ, the son of Isis, so that makes him Horus, who is the replica, Egyptian mythology replica of Jesus Christ, born of the Virgin Isis, which used Diana, IVF, and then cell cloning. They tell us that she's Isis. He's of the same age. William V, when you have it as an anagram, it says I am 666 in Roman numerals. Lion King says I can't wait to be king, and when I am, this king or beast will, no one will be able to stop him. Enemies beware. It's coming. It's coming. So we just need to find out now what date the Passover is, because now we're into the year 2018 if we want to go from the Passover, which we have to. Is it stupid to say that the false Messiah is not, and he's going to copy everything he does, that he's not going to false resurrect on the Passover? So let's go and find out what day the Passover's on. So the Passover is on March the 30th, it starts. So let's just put him in there. Let's say March the 30th. Passover. False resurrection. By the way, they're going to use everything they can get hold of. There's going to be false signs in the heavens and on earth, and you know, they'll be using like HARP for weather control, Project Bluebeam in the heavens and the space. They've got electromagnetic pulses that can set off earthquakes on the tectonic ridge plates that can do all sorts that we haven't got a single clue about, and people don't believe about it. But when this is the deception, you're not supposed to know about it, because when this comes around, they want everyone. The Illuminati, you know, if you thought 9/11 was a big deception, this is the biggest deception they've got to pull off in the whole mission. The whole mission. So, you know, you can, you know, it does say that beast has 7 heads and 10 horns. Well, there's the 10 horns, so we can just transfer that over to him now, like that. And we can, let's just put in a little just to show that that's cut between them. And so the dragon gave the beast his power, and the whole world marveled, because the beast was, and then was dead on the Passover, and then rose again, just like the real Jesus, except this time it will be from false signs created by Satan. Yep, created by Satan. It's all false. It's all false. So, just a quick recap anyway. We have Satan, who has 10 horns, and this will be like a 10 government which is like 10 strong, with chiefs from all around the empire that they've grown. But he would have created this before September the 23rd, 2017. And then as he gets thrown down, he's mad with the Jews and goes to persecute them. Probably throws them out the temple. We haven't had that yet, but... And then he says, well, if you want a Messiah, I'm going to give you the Messiah. And he's going to give them the false Messiah, who will probably... well, who will die and resurrect on the Passover, so that everybody will think that he is the Messiah. And Barack Obama, Satan, will give him the one world nuclear power, the main power, which I don't even think Russia and China are actually going to be a part of, to be honest with you, because in Daniel it says that tidings from the north and the east will alarm him and he'll go out in anger. And it also says in Revelation that, you know, drying at the river Euphrates will, you know, give way to the kings of the east. Well, why aren't they part of the kings of the north? It's probably because they're not with them. I think Russia and China are not going to be a part of this this beast, this one world order. Even though it does say in Daniel, though, again, that this beast will trample the whole earth. Well, it pretty much has trampled the whole earth anyway, so it's made a mess of everything. So, yeah, I suppose we're up to here now. The rebirth of the false Messiah. But it's going to get really good, so don't miss the next video. God bless you. Amen.